I'm Marcia Davis with the City of Spokane. I'm a senior engineer in capital programs, and we are on Broadway in the city of Spokane. This is just a little north of downtown in Spokane. It's a very urban area, and this was our Broadway, what we called our surge project, Spokane Urban Runoff Greenway Ecosystems. This was our first demonstration project for doing a type of low-impact development. And one of the things we wanted to try at this site was pervious concrete. So you can see this concrete here was meant to be pervious concrete. And we spec'd it that way, and we put in our spec we needed to have our contractor trained to do that. Turns out this doesn't infiltrate. It was a disappointment for us, but it was a lesson learned. What we learned from this is how important it is to have your contractor to be both trained on how to do pervious concrete and to have that experience. We have since this time installed other demonstration of pervious concrete sidewalks that have worked great. These storm gardens here were built in 2010, so it was about 3 years ago. And what these do actually is they're bioretention and infiltration. This storm garden actually has a 3 feet depth that we installed of engineered soil. What we used was gravel, and with the gravel we also put in a soil mix. We did that because we wanted these trees to grow really well. We wanted to have enough pore space so the trees could have enough oxygen for their roots. And also it gives us storage. It was an experiment. We wanted to see how it works. They actually infiltrate very well. And in the future we do something similar than this. We realize we don't need to have it as many of these boxes at that depth. And right here you can see, here's the curb inlet that goes into our storm garden. The runoff from the road goes under here, this grate. Under this grate is actually a sump. We have about a foot and a half that will hold sediment. It'll hold any garbage, any debris that once a year our maintenance with the Vector come and clean those out. We have here regular impervious sidewalk. So the water is going to sheet flow off the sidewalk into our cut here and then into our storm garden. So we're actually managing water from the road into the storm garden and then from the sidewalk through this cut into the box. Actually, in this project we have 3 different types of trees. We chose the tree that we would plant depending on whether it was a sunny or shady. It's an urban environment. This was a retrofit. We already had trees existing along the street, and so we had to have some that were better for shady conditions and some that were better for sun. We also had height restrictions. Some of the buildings are only 15 feet away from the tree, so we couldn't have a tree that was too full. It had to be more of a columnar tree. A lot of learning of what we can and can't do and what will fit, and we had to be very flexible to make this project work. The trees are really important to stormwater because their canopy will actually capture the rainfall. And we wanted to have a good, healthy soil mix within this infiltration facility so it could provide the proper treatment before it infiltrates. One of the concerns we have in Spokane is this area is actually over our sole source aquifer. So we want to make sure the water we infiltrate is properly treated. Now the maintenance on these is a couple times a year. They do collect trash, and so trash needs to be pulled out, and weeds will grow, and so weeds need to be pulled. If the weeds aren't pulled, it won't interfere with the stormwater infiltration and treatment.